Well, let's get started. I'm so happy you guys are here. I'm very excited to start my morning with you and do some yoga. So we'll do 45 minutes today. It's going to be a full body flow. We'll kind of have a base flow that we build on as class progresses. So you'll have a lot of options to return to as we start to add some things in. So hopefully a very accessible class for all. I have one block. If you have a yoga block, it'll be optional throughout class, but not necessary. You could also use a pillow for some of the things that I'll suggest using it for. But with that, let's get started on our backs. So you can get your playlist ready, hit go in 3, 2, and 1, and I'll meet you lying down on your back. If you have a block, you can bring it with you and put it underneath your shoulder blades for a chest opener. Otherwise, you're just gonna lie flat on your back. With your soles of your feet touching, knees split out side to side for our Supta Baddha Konasana. If you do have the block and want to lay on it, you'll wrap your shoulder blades around the block and let your head fall backwards. And if you're on the floor, just feel your back settle down onto your mat. Now here with your palms, you're welcome to bring them face down onto the mat to find a sense of grounding, or face up to receive energy in the space around you. Or finally, you can bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly, starting to connect more deeply into your physical body. With your eyes closed, just notice the rise and fall of your chest. No need to change anything quite yet. If this leg posture is super tight through the hips, at any point you're welcome to extend your legs long as well to just a Shavasana with legs straight out. Let's start to unite our breath. Take a moment to sigh out any air from your lungs. Inhale a fresh breath of air. Fill your belly, fill your rib cage, feel your back press into the floor. Pause at the top. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Again, like that, inhale deeply, expand your belly up in towards your hand or towards the ceiling. Open mouth, exhale, even longer breath than your inhale. Last time like this, inhale your biggest breath of your morning. Pull your breath up into the back of your throat. Open mouth, exhale. Now we're going to seal our lips, sticking with nice, long, and strong breaths. Breathe in and out of your nose, constricting the muscles at the back of your throat as you exhale for a slightly audible exhale, our Ujjayi pranayama. So this is our yogic breath. And as you stick with this breath, I want you to take a moment, notice where your mind is at. Maybe notice what it's focusing on or what is distracting you. So the essence of our mind is our thoughts. And we can't control the mind. We can't control thoughts with more thoughts. But what we can do is give the mind something to focus on so it's not kind of running wild. And that's the point of the breath, which is the foundation of the yoga practice. So as we go through class today, I'll encourage you, anytime your mind starts to wander, draw your attention back to your breath, to your inhales, your exhales. Without judgment, it's no problem and totally normal for the mind to wander, but that's part of the practice. That is the practice. Returning to the breath, returning to the present moment. That's how we cultivate a sense of mindfulness. So sticking here with your Ujjayi breath, knowing that if you do nothing but breathe intentionally on your mat, you are showing up and putting in very important work. You'll be better than when you started. You can keep your eyes closed here. If you're on the block, just gently roll to a side, place it over to one of your sides. I took mine out because I realized I couldn't talk with it pressing into my back. And then gently draw both knees into your chest. Give yourself a massage, rocking side to side on your low back. Again, you can close your eyes to start here to keep your attention drawn inwards. And then from here, plant your left foot down on the mat. Your left knee is up. Take your right ankle and cross it over your left thigh. So you're in a figure 4. If you're already feeling a hip stretch, you can stay or lift the shape of your legs up and reach for the back of your left hamstring. And if it feels good, you can continue that side to side rock or maybe straighten and bend through your left leg. Feeling into your hip, your hamstring, just waking up through the body. Continue with your Ujjayi breath. And then gently release that foot. If you grabbed onto it, plant your left foot down, right foot down, and we're gonna switch. So bring your left ankle across your right leg. You can stay right here if you're feeling good, maybe a gentle press of your hand on your left leg, or lift this shape up, reach behind your right hamstring, and take your supine figure four. Notice any differences side to side. One hip or hamstring might be much tighter than the other. Keep the back of your head on the mat to stay relaxed. On your next exhale, plant your right foot down. We're gonna come back to the other side. And because we're at home and wanna start sweating, we're gonna just do a tiny bit of core to light up our front body. So coming back to the supine figure four, right ankle over your left thigh. Gently bring your hands behind your ears. Take a moment to draw your belly button to your spine so your low back seals onto the mat. It probably had a small gap before, so make that connection. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the shape of your legs up as you crunch to center. Inhale to lower, tap your left heel, exhale to crunch. So this is a crunch using your own legs, your own body as a little bit of resistance. So move slowly here. But each time you lift, maybe it's a centimeter higher. Keep your elbows out of your peripheral vision, not here for long. Just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Bring your right foot down. Cross your left ankle over your right. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Inhale to prepare. Seal your low back. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. I like this move because you're using your own body to make it more challenging. You have everything you need right here with you. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finish this one out. You can take a long body stretch if that would feel good. Toes out, fingertips back. Big inhale, and then exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Start to give yourself a rock gently up and down the length of your spine as many times as feels good for you. Could be 3, 4, 5. And then you're gonna cross your ankles, plant your hands, and come to a tabletop pose. So for tabletop, stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips right over your knees. Press your ankles into the mat to feel your core light up, which we just did on our backs. Hopefully feeling a little bit of energy there. And we'll start to move our spine with cat-cows. Inhale for cow pose, open your chest, tilt your tailbone high, gently draw your gaze upwards. Exhale for cat, press into the mat, dome your spine, tuck your tailbone to your chin. Inhales for cow, and exhale for cat. Take a couple rounds on your own here. Yogi's choice if you want to add in maybe hip circles, wrist stretches, couple moments just for you to check in to how your physical body is showing up. Continue to stick with your Ujjayi breath. If you took something on one side, feel free to take it on the other. Last couple breaths here. And then we're gonna meet in a neutral tabletop pose. So right between cat and cow, find your back nice and straight. Starting to bring more weight into your right palm. Inhale, send your left arm forward. Exhale, extend your right leg back, balancing table. Take a moment to get steady here, pressing into the floor with your right hand. Breathe in, get long. Exhale, elbow to knee, cat your back as you make a connection. Inhale, expand. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale to reach, flex through your back foot. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen out, hold here. Gently draw your left hand down, then your right knee. Tabletop. Switching sides, inhale, send your right arm forward. Even out your hips as you send your left leg back. Get steady, take an inhale. Exhale, curl and connect, elbow to knee right underneath your heart. Inhale, expand. And exhale, squeeze. Inhale to lengthen. Last time, exhale, really dome your back up towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tabletop pose. Move your hips side to side, shake that out. One more little stretch for our warm-up. We're gonna take puppy pose. So keep your hips right over your knees and start to crawl your hands forward. You're gonna press your chest and your armpits towards the floor. So your head can come onto the mat, your forehead or your chin, whatever feels good for you here. You'll start to feel the stretch hopefully underneath your armpits, underneath your collarbones. If you want more, sometimes I will spider up my fingers, so I'm just to my fingertips, getting another 2 inches, and then depress my chest down to the floor. Just breathe. And inhale, start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale for hovering tabletop. Lift your knees 2 inches off the mat. Think about pressing up and out of your shoulders. So your upper back lifts out of your shoulder girdle. Maybe shift 2 inches forward so your shoulders are right over your wrist here for 4. 3, downward facing dog in 2. And 1, press your hips up, chest back. You do not need to fully straighten your legs for your first down dog. And then just explore this pose here. So maybe you bend your knees, drop your heels from side to side. Your choice, how you want to stretch into this pose, feel into it. We'll be here throughout class, so no need to get it perfect. We're always refining each time we come back to a pose. After you take a couple wiggles, start to find stillness in your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Ujjayi inhale breath, sealing your lips. Keep your gaze back. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet for a forward fold at the back of your mat. And then it's ragdoll pose, so you can hang heavy. Give your knees a gentle bend. Shift side to side. Completely relax your head off your neck like a bowling ball, pulling your spine towards the floor as your hips lift high. Option to find a shoulder rinse if that would feel good for you. Interlace your hands at your low back and pull your hands away from your body. Only if that feels good. If it's a struggle, just release. We'll all meet with hands towards the floor. Bring your feet right underneath your hips. Gently bend your knees and inhale, take a roll, stacking one bone of your spine on top of the other till you come to stand. Give your shoulders 2 big rolls backwards and forwards. Noticing how you feel when you come up to stand, maybe a little lightheaded. Then inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, mountain pose. So for mountain, you're in your standing crunch. Feel your inner thighs draw towards center, and your pelvic floor lifts up towards your belly button, and then relax through your shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, baby back bend. Squeeze your glutes first to protect your low back, then open through your chest. Drop your hands back and lift through your elbows. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, melt over your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw your palms to your shins to create a flat back. Micro bend through your knees and shift weight towards the ball mounds of your feet. Gently squeeze your shoulder blades together to open up your chest. One more inhale. Exhale, high plank. Bring your hands to the mat and crawl yourself forward, finding your plank pose. So know whenever we're in plank, you can always be on your knees as well. But the same press away from the floor is true here in plank, and then engage your legs. Your legs are working just as much as your arms. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Press it back, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands, forward fold at the top of your mat. Getting a little bit faster, just a bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana, rise up. Exhale, one leg mountain twist to the right. Lift your right leg up. Open your arms as you twist towards your lifted leg. Might be wobbly. Feel your core twist you open as you keep your hips square. Inhale, back to mountain pose. Exhale, one leg mountain twist to the left. Flex through your left foot. You can bend your back elbow. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose. We're going through that one more time. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, hands to feet, walk it back. Feel your core work. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. A little deeper. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose, walk it out. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, feet to hands, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, one leg mountain, twist right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, one leg mountain, twist left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, Samastitihi, bring your hands to heart center. Let's take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. And then re-engage your Ujjayi breath if you lost it. Draw your attention back to the breath if it's wandered. And we'll move on from here. Sticking with your Ujjayi breath, inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips low. Bring your biceps to frame your ears. So for chair, I like to widen my feet a little bit, closer to hips with distance. Traditionally, you bring your big toes to touch, heels separate, but whatever feels best for you. You can always have hands at heart center rather than overhead if you feel that you can't relax your shoulders. Sink 1 inch lower than you think you can as you bring weight towards your heels. We're gonna go through our first Sun B flow here, nice and slow, and then we'll start to add on to it. So take an inhale breath. Intentionally through your transition, exhale, chair with airplane arms, lift your heels. Come onto your tippy toes as you squeeze your triceps up over your upper back. Pinky fingers reach towards one another, and your thumbs spin outwards. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, one leg mountain, left leg lifts. Keeping your chest forward this time. Extend your right ankle a little ahead of your left knee. Lift your chin, lift your gaze. Breathe in. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Nice and slow through your transition. Extend your left leg back. Gently make connection with the floor. So set this up. Doesn't need to be perfect right away. So you're on the ball mound of your left foot. Again, squeezing your triceps up over your back. And keep your right knee right up over your right ankle. Pull your core towards your spine. Imagine you're peeling your collarbones open, getting long from your back heel out the crown of your head. Inhale, low crescent lunge. Drop your left knee down to the floor, send your arms overhead. So feeling into your hip flexor here. First time for a big hip stretch, you might move forward and back. Feeling this through your left hip flexor. If you want more right hamstring stretch, you can walk your right toes further forward. Continue to relax your shoulders. Keep your spine nice and long. Take an inhale. Exhale, open twist towards the right. Notice how just your core does this work. It's coming right through the twist is through your thoracic spine, your mid to upper spine, while your hips stay square, so your left hip is pulling back. Inhale, exalted, low crescent. So first option will just be to wrap your right arm around your low back and send your left arm high. If you're good here, you can bring your right hand to the back of your left hamstring for a little bit of a deeper twist. Reaching up towards the ceiling as you sink your hips a little bit lower. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Frame your right foot. Peel your left knee up off the mat. Start to bring more weight into your feet. We're gonna have a couple of bigger transitions here, so stick with me. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana to the left. Come over towards the left side of your mat and sink into your left leg. Send your right toes towards the ceiling as you lengthen out your right leg. Palms can be at heart center, or fingertips can be down on the floor. So the goal here will be to lower your left foot firmly onto the mat. So if you need to lift up to plant that left heel, I'd rather you be up here versus coming just onto the ball of your foot. It'll hurt your knee. Stay for your exhale. Now we're going to recruit the strength of this left glute. Inhale, warrior two. Press up and then into your right knee. We'll have a few times to try that transition. Warrior two, bring your arms in equal and opposite directions. Intersect your back arch with your front heel. Get nice and low. Inhale, reverse warrior, flip your right palm up. Reach for the ceiling first and then high five the back wall. Stretching into your side body. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, plank pose. Send your right foot back to meet your left. We'll go through a first Chaturanga Dandasana. I will show it on my knees, but you can always do it on your toes. Inhale, shift your shoulders 2 inches over your wrist. Exhale to low plank. Draw your elbows into your side ribs. Squeeze here. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your knees off the mat. Micro bend your elbows. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step, walk, or float, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. We're here for a second time. See how you can deepen. Maybe your hips are lower, maybe your chest lifts higher. Maybe you rotate your palms gently upward like you're offering something forward. Inhale. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Come onto your tippy toes. Squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your triceps up off your back and keep your gaze down your nose. Inhale, one leg mountain, right leg lifts this time. Get strong through your standing leg, grounding down in order to lengthen up towards the ceiling. Feel your low core work. If you don't feel it yet, maybe extend that heel ahead of your knee. Take an inhale breath. Like you're moving through molasses, exhale, crescent with airplane arms, super slowly tap your right foot down behind you. Find the lift of your chest and make adjustments here. Maybe you lengthen your stance. And if your back heel's kind of low, can you pop up onto the ball mount of your foot like you're gonna charge forward? Connect here to your breath. Inhale, low crescent. Drop your right knee down. Sweep your biceps to frame your ears, and then explore the pose. So maybe you move forward and back, lengthen out your front leg a little bit, anything that feels good. And again, you can acknowledge without judgment what feels different on this side, maybe where you need to spend another moment. With your spine stacked over your hips, inhale. Exhale, open twist to the left. Maybe you gaze at your back thumb to deepen your twist. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, exalted low crescent. So maybe it's left arm wrapping around your low back, or you can bring your left hand to your right thigh. See if you can drop your hips 1 inch lower as you open through your chest. It's a gentle back bend. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Frame your left foot, pop onto your right toes. Get strong through your legs. Maybe you could move your hands away from the ground and you're still being held up. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. Pivot to the right side of your mat. Sink into your right hip. So again, take the position through your hips where you can bring your right foot down onto the floor. And then your hands might be at heart center or on the ground. Your left leg is long. Rotate your big toe right to the ceiling to get a nice hamstring stretch. Okay, we're gonna get springy through that right leg, recruiting the strength of our glutes. So maybe lift your hands to prepare, inhale. Exhale, warrior two, come forward and in to your left leg. Get nice and long through your stance. Maybe your inner arch of your back foot is lifting as you drive the pinky toe side of your foot into the floor. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up. Fan open through your left ribs. Stay long in your right side body as well, so we're not cranking backwards too far. It's more of a lift up. Breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, planks close. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. If you want to take it, you can always just hold your plank, and we'll be in downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. One more time, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. We're gonna go through our flow, breath to movement this time. So building a little more heat. Take this at a pace that works for you. You know this in your body, we just went through it. We'll start together. Inhale through your nose. Ujjayi, exhale through your nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step, walk, or float, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane, lift your heels. Inhale, one leg mountain, left leg lifts. Exhale, high crescent, airplane arms. Inhale, low crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, exalted low crescent. Exhale, low lunge, back leg lifts. Inhale, Skandasana to the left. Exhale, warrior two, press forward. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, plank, option to hover your right leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. If you step, maybe step with the opposite foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, one leg mountain, right leg lifts. Exhale, crescent, airplane arms. Inhale, low crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, exalt. Exhale. Where are we going? Inhale, exalt. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, Skandasana to the back. There we go. Exhale, warrior two, press forward. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high plank, option to hover your left leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just breathe. Take an inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Again, like that, breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Find your Ujjayi breath. So we're going through it again. We're gonna add on this time, building a little more heat and strength. I'll give you some options as we go, and then listen for some changes. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Stay here. We're gonna switch it up. Exhale, eagle pose on the right. Well, we're gonna be on the right leg, so I guess left. Wrap your left arm underneath your right. Find this eagle arm bind. Maybe you find a bear hug if that's preferable. Otherwise, your palms can touch. Bring more weight into your right foot. Hook your left leg up and around your right. So you can kickstand your left toes on the mat, or you can wrap your foot behind your calf for the double bind. It's okay if you're wobbling, wiggling around as you get into it. Find your pose and then try to find a moment of stillness. Pull your forearms away from your face, lift your elbows to the height of your shoulders. Take an inhale. Slowly exhale, eagle crunch. Draw your elbows towards your knee. So this is optional. You can stay in your eagle. Otherwise, we're going to do 3 of these. Getting steady through that grounded leg, moving super slow. It's like a cat back. You're curling in, making that connection. One more time. Lift all the way up each time to your eagle. Make your connection. This time when you rise, we'll come to the one leg mountain. Undo your arms. Lift your left leg high. Breathe in. Exhale, crescent, airplane arms. Step it back. Take a moment to get weight in both of your feet. Then you're gonna bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna bring a lot of weight into the right heel, then inhale, tap your left toes forward, coming to this little chair squat. Send it back. Inhale forward, and exhale back. See if you can just move through the left leg. Keep the rest of your body nice and quiet. Here for 3. Lots of weight in your right leg. I know your right glute is probably on fire for 2. Last one, let's meet in our crescent airplane arms. Sweep your hands back behind you. Inhale, low crescent. Drop it down. Little release here. Exhale, open arm twist. So this time, take your left hand, bring it right behind your ear, just like a one-armed crunch position like we did at the beginning of class. Inhale. Your exhale, you're gonna tap your left elbow outside your right thigh. Oblique twist. Inhale to lift. Exhale, connect. Inhale to lift. And exhale to squeeze. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Hopefully you're sweating. I am sweating. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, rinse it out with your exalted variation, whatever feels good to you. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, Skandasana over to the left. We're going to move a few times through our warrior two transition. So we're coming into our left glute with the power now. So switching it up. Hopefully you're not too fatigued yet. Stick with me. We're almost through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, send it back. Skandasana. Good. Inhale, warrior two. It's slow. Exhale back. Two more. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale back. Last time. Press through the left heel, warrior two, and stay. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, take it right through your Chaturanga Dandasana, or just send it back to downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. We have this on one more side, building that heat, and then we'll slow it down for some stretching and some standing poses. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, lowest chair. It's our last time here. Exhale, eagle pose. This time the right arm wraps underneath your left. Palms to touch or bear hug. You're standing on your left leg and pull your right leg up and over. So in your eagle, you can tap the right toes down or wrap them behind your calf. So option one, you're staying right here. You're in your eagle. You're doing lots of work. Every single muscle is working to keep you balanced. Or you're coming with me to do eagle crunches. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly tap elbows to knee. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tap. 3 in total, so nice and slow. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. When you're done on your last one, you'll come to one leg mountain, unwind the arms, lift your right leg up parallel to the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, high crescent, airplane arms, step it back. This time you're gonna bring your hands to heart center with weight in your left leg. Keep this hinge in your torso in the diagonal as you tap your right toes forward and then back. Forward and then back. Imagining that your shoulders cannot get any higher than where they are. You're staying in this little squat. Last 4. Breathe for 3, 2. Last 1. We'll meet back in crescent airplane arms. Inhale, low crescent. Sweep it up. Taking weight out of your left leg. Exhale, open arm twist. This time, bring your right hand behind your right ear. Get tall through your spine. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, cross. Left knee is where your elbow is going to tap. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist. So you're feeling this in the left oblique. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist. Here for 3. You can always do open mouth exhales, especially when your heart rate starts to lift for 2. And 1 last time. And then we're going to find our exalted low crescent, your version. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, Skandasana over to the right. Our last strength move here. Get your hands up off the mat. Get strong in your right leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, warrior two, lift. Inhale, pull it back to your Skandasana. Exhale, forward. 4 total. Take it at your own pace. Working on our transitions here, in addition to building some strength. Finish out your last one will be in warrior two. And hold. Gaze out over your front middle finger, soften your gaze. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Finish out your flow. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. One breath here. Resist the urge to drop to your knees. You are strong. You can hold here. Deep inhale. Open mouth exhale. Good. We'll find child's pose. Knees wide, toes touch, hips back, and breathe. If you feel like you need more air, you can come up to a kneeling position and just close your eyes. There goes the train. Hopefully you can't hear it too loudly. Just breathe. Feel the energy you created in your body. Whatever happened throughout that flow doesn't matter. What matters is you're breathing, you're moving, you're putting in the work, maybe trying something new. Let your heart rate start to settle. If your mind has started to wander, pull it back to the sensation of your breath. Maybe notice where your breath goes. Does it go to your belly, your chest, stuck somewhere in your throat. See if you can breathe into your entire chest cavity. On your next inhale, rise to tabletop. Take your time. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. We're slowing it down. Standing poses, then we'll make it to the floor to stretch. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, open, bend, and stretch your hips. Stack your right knee on top of your left hip. Keep your chest square. So we're opening the hips while keeping our shoulders down towards the floor. Maybe you circle out your knee or ankle. Inhale, right leg goes high and back behind you. Exhale, low lunge, draw your knee to your chest, gaze ahead of your mat, and then gently step your foot between your hands. Option to use your block here if you have it, no worries if not. Inhale, extended side angle. Your right arm will come down inside your right thigh, left arm high. So if you have the block, you can bring that right hand onto the block. Otherwise, your hand will reach towards the floor but does not need to touch. Drive your right tricep into your right inner thigh and spiral your rib cage up towards the ceiling. Breathe. If you want to add in a side body stretch, you can bring your left arm up over your left ear. And now notice if your right knee has scooted back, bring it right over your right ankle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Lengthen out your front leg. 2 straight legs, send your right arm high. Take a gentle stretch towards the back, opening up your front rib cage. If you want to layer on, you can grab your right wrist with your left hand and pull towards the back. Shift your gaze towards your back foot. We're going to take this around the world, bringing your stretch over to your left foot and then to a wide leg forward fold. Shift more weight towards your toes. Let your head and torso be super heavy. So your hands do not need to touch the floor. They can come to your ankles, your feet. If you want to do another chest opener, you can clasp your hands together and pull your hands behind your back. Shift more weight towards your toes. And then release any bind if you took it. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, runner's lunge to the top of your mat. Come forward and bring your hands inside your right foot. Drop your left knee down. So your right foot is on the right edge of your mat. We'll start on hands and your back knee. If this is okay and you want more, you can drop into your forearms. And your right knee might roll out to the right, which is totally fine if there's no pain or pinching. Close your eyes. Feel your hips grow heavier, relax into your shoulders. See if you can smooth out the space between your inhales and your exhales. Take a little longer for some of our big muscles to start opening up. And this is where the mind starts to wander when the body slows down. So see if you can practice pulling your attention back. Not trying to change our thoughts, really just redirect them. If you are on your forearms, come up to your palms. We're going to move to quad stretch. Start by just flexing your left heel towards your glute. You'll feel length in the front of your left leg. If you'd like more, you can open and twist your right arm back. And if it's accessible to you, maybe you grab for the inner arch of your back foot. But you do not need to make the connection in order to get the benefits of the stretch. Gently release your foot without slingshotting it. Bring your right toes in the center of your space. Inhale, send your right leg high, just to flush out your hip, and then exhale, come back forward with that leg, half pigeon pose. Come to a 7 shape in your front shin. So often we hear your shin needs to be parallel here. It does not. Even out the weight of your hips. If it's comfortable to you, you can lower your chest. Breathe here. See where you can soften, where you're holding on to tension. No need to exert any effort here. Does not mean it's an easy pose. This pose can feel very uncomfortable. See if you can sit with whatever feelings show up without giving them a quality of good or bad. Start to come up onto your palms. Send your right leg back once again. Maybe you give it a shake. Roll out your hip and then meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, open, bend, and stretch through your left hip. Stack your knee over your hip. You can circle your ankle. Continue to press your left armpit towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen out your left leg. Exhale, low lunge, knee to chest, gaze forward, step your foot between your hands. If you have your block, you can grab it inside your left foot. Pivot your back foot down, parallel to the back edge of your mat. Inhale, extended side angle. Lift your right arm high, stacking your shoulders one on top of the other, stacking your hips one on top of the other. And take a few refinements here. So move your left knee over your left ankle. See if you can lift your left rib cage up off your left thigh. And then maybe find a side stretch up and over with your right arm. Smooth out your breath. Inhale, reverse triangle, lengthen out your left leg, reach to the ceiling, expand through the crown of your head. Option to bring your right hand onto your left wrist. Shift your gaze towards your back foot, take it around the world to wide leg forward fold. Second and final time here. If you have an inversion in your practice and want to go upside down, now is your chance. Otherwise, add something into this wide leg fold. So maybe you grab 2 feet or ankles and pull your belly towards your thighs. You can do a little side to side, little Skandasana again, or a twist. Right hand can plant open to the back. Left hand plant rather open to the back and then switch. Getting a twist in both sides. Whatever feels good to you here, your pose. When you've evened out any sides, take a halfway lift and exhale to runner's lunge front of your mat. So this time bring your hands inside your left foot, right knee down. See if going onto your forearms makes sense on this side, otherwise stay right here. Circulate your breath, let your heart rate settle. We have one more little burst of core before I let you completely chill out. So take this moment to find a sense of calm. If you're on your forearms, we'll come to palms, moving to a quad stretch. Flex your right heel towards your glute. Maybe you open your left arm back and maybe you make your connection. Choose one of the layers that works for you. Gently release. We're gonna bring your left foot inside your palms. Plant your hands, inhale, send your left leg back. Give it a stretch. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your left knee towards the front of your space. Lengthen your right leg back. You can even out your weight in your hips again. Take a breath in and exhale, fold. Once again, notice where you're holding tension and see where you can soften. Start to come on to your palms. One more time, inhale, send your left leg high, shake it out. Downward facing dog, our final one of class. Pause here for a moment, see how it feels different than your first one, and give yourself a compliment, find a moment of gratitude for everything your body's done for you so far. Gaze forward, drop your knees down, swing your legs in front of you. We're gonna finish off here with a boat pose. So come onto your sits bones. Option to keep your toes grounded or lift your shins up parallel to the floor. You can keep your hands on your legs in either position or lift your arms up. So we're gonna go through high and low boat a couple of times. If you are done and wanna be on your backs, take what feels good for you. But wanna finish off with one more bit of core work to seal in our practice. So take an inhale, open your chest. Exhale, low boat. Bring your palms up along your sides and hover. Inhale, high boat lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time here, holding up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low boat. Hold 5, 4. Yes, you can for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Bring your knees to your chest. You've made it onto your mat. You've done enough. You've put in all the work. For the last final moments of class, we're going to shift to rest and relax mode. So resisting and releasing all of the urge to strive or strain. Bring your feet onto the mat. We're going to take just gentle rocks of your knees side to side, gentle supine twist here. Windshield wiping through your knees. And then we'll move to a happy baby pose. Once again, seal your low back onto the floor. Start by grabbing the backs of your hamstrings. If you're comfortable and can keep your tailbone down, you can reach up for the soles of your feet. And then maybe you rock side to side, straighten one leg, straighten the other. Whatever feels good. We will end here with a legs up the wall. So if you have your block or a pillow, this is a great place to use it. You can pop the block underneath your sacrum and send your legs straight up. If you don't have any props, just place your hands down on the floor and slide them under your glutes. This will release your hip flexors so you can send your legs up, totally release your core. Reverse the blood flow here. This really resets the nervous system. Helps us get into that rest and relax mode. If you want full alien, your arms can go up. And once again, check in with yourself. What else do you need? Do you need a final twist? Any final stretch before our final pose of class? If you have the time to honor that here, go for it. You can hang out and legs up the wall a little longer, or if you're ready for your final Shavasana, get rid of any block or prop, draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a huge hug of gratitude. Thank yourself for doing something so good for your body and mind this morning. Flex every single muscle. Exhale, Shavasana. Arms and legs go long. Rest with your palms face up. The last couple songs in the playlist are all great for Shavasana, so just let that keep flowing, let it go. And just go heavy in your space. Soften your belly, your chest, your eyes, your jaw. We'll stay here for about 1 minute before I will guide you out. So enjoy. You all have more time this morning. Please enjoy a longer Shavasana. Keep the playlist going. You deserve it. If you're ready to move on with your morning, your day, your weekend, start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, and find your way into a full body stretch. Arms overhead, toes out long like you are just waking up. Move into a fetal pose on your favorite side. Draw your knees into your chest and use your bicep as a pillow. Once again, thank yourself for practicing this morning. You put yourself first, carved out the time. That's super powerful. So take that sense of agency with you throughout your weekend. Gently press your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes. We'll take a final breath to seal in our practice today. Inhale, fill all the way up. Biggest breath of your morning. Open mouth, exhale. And then if it is in your practice, you can draw your thumbs to third eye center. Space between your eyebrows, center of self-knowledge and intuition. The light student and teacher in me sees, honors, and is so, so grateful for the light student and teacher in all of you. Namaste.